So you started playing ARAM seriously, and you're done fooling around, huh? Well, if you want to start winning, then you've come to the right place, kid. I will teach you how to be better, how to be more efficient. I will teach you how to win. Now before we start, I need to put a disclaimer that I do not have a 100% win rate. But let it be known, I have never lost an ARAM game, ever. So rule number 1, always make sure you're picking the right champions for your team. Of course, it's up to luck since it's ARAM, but choosing the best champion from what you're given that will round out your team comp will increase your chances of winning. So ideally, I would say the best team comp would be like 5 engagers? Yeah, 5 would probably be optimal. But if you can't do that, that's fine. The playstyle can sort of be applied for any champ, so no worries if you can't get it. Now rule number 2, in any ARAM game, you always want to make sure you're picking the right summoner spells. Never pick Exhaust, because if you pick Exhaust, that means you're a little bitch boy. Never pick this. I hate facing this shit. So that's rule number 2. Rule number 3, you always want to buy boots first, because by buying boots, that's going to let you run them pockets even faster. And that's what this is all about, you know? Speed. Which is why you should also never forget to use the portal after spawning. A lot of beginners after dying forget to use this. Like, there's a reason why it's there, you dum-dum. So you gotta be sure to use it, okay? So as you can sort of already see, the strategy is pretty simple. Every time you spawn, you just gotta charge at them and start a fight. Because in ARAM, how it works is, you can't actually go back to base and buy items, which means the damage you do early on has significantly more impact than you would think. So you just keep fighting, and if you win the fights, great. But if you don't win the fights, then you just keep feeding them so that they're worth more gold, and eventually, because you're able to go back and buy items and they can't, you just win a huge bounty when they die. Don't get me wrong though, sometimes you gotta think before you go in, because there will be times where you know, instead of engaging, you gotta disengage, for example. But the general idea I'm getting at is, in ARAM, you just gotta run it down. Listen, I'm not a mathematician, but I've done the math. And I've calculated that on average, you always win out by doing this. On the screen now is the calculations if you want to try yourself as well. And please let me know if you found a different results. Maybe we can fine tune this son of a gun. But if not, you can go ahead and call me the math magician. Also be sure to ignore people like this Zaya. This idiot. This guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. You're actually carrying the team by engaging. Trust me. I gotta tell you, the amount of times I wish my team just went in there. You're doing God's work if you follow this guide. And if you put your trust in me, I will lead you to victory, my friend. We will charge into battle together. Also, just to be clear, we're looking at the bigger picture to win the game, unlike players like this Zaya. Actually, now I think about it, I think we need to take her out of the picture. So I'm just gonna go ahead and... Yep. Yeah. Looking much better. Fucking bitch. Now I do need to warn you, you will die. You will die a lot. In fact, you'll be dying more times than there are minutes in the game. But that's okay. We're not babies. We're not afraid of dying. Only babies are afraid of dying. And we're not babies. Because babies are babies. And that's not us, stupid head. So you've got the game plan, but how do you do it? How does one engage in the ARAM? Well, it's sort of hard to be creative because there aren't many spots to engage, but that's exactly why it's even more important to be creative. So what I like to do is, I'll wait in this bush, right? And then when they walk in, I just hit them with the classic. And don't worry, it works every single time.
What did I do, huh? What did I do?
Knowing how to play your champion is also important. For example, on the cow, you need to know how to do your headbutt pulverize combo. Just like this. Yeah.
Nice.
And if you follow all these steps, I guarantee you're gonna be winning out the fucking wazoo. I can't always land skill shots. I'm only human, says the gorilla. I can't say the same, my man. I never miss my shots. Oh. Now, everything I've said so far applies, unless you're a carry. If you're playing a carry, I want you to forget everything I just said. I'm a fucking idiot. That it makes no sense. If you're playing a carry, you need to do the exact opposite. You need to stay in the back, play like a little bitch, and never go in. Exactly like how I'm playing right now. Your goal is to just support your team when they engage. So you want to play safe and deal out tons of damage. And just like that, you've won ARAM. Because you're about to see a lot of action. Or, you're about to see a lot of action the next game.